Okay, so number 7, part number 3. Here, this one is called the support bracket, and you are supposed to make it aluminum 6061. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. So first, let's look at our overalls. Well, I can see that our overall width here is 9. I can see that my overall depth is added up. So my overall height is 0.5 plus 3.5 here. You guys can see right here because this only comes right here. It doesn't add this thickness. So we got to add 0.5 to 3.5 to get the height. And then our depth here, let's see here, is, looks like we got to add, what is that? 5? Is it 5 inches? Nine by 5. There it is. Couldn't find it. All right. So 5 inches. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So back home. Part. Start your sketch. Let's go ahead and do it on this XY plane. Let's get a rectangle here. And we'll click and drag. Okay. So again, it's blue, so I can type in that value. So that's 9. Tab into that box, and we said that the height is 4. Enter. Okay. Bring that into front view, and now you guys can see these dimensions. I'll bring them out. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Let's extrude it. Let's bring it into view. I want it to go the opposite direction. Let's go 5. And we got our block. Okay. Let's go ahead and click this face here. And now let's look at this thing. Well, if this is, so this center one is 4 inches is the cutout. So we can see that. Well, then we see this 2 inch right here. So I can see that this 2 inch is this area right here, right? And we've established that this is 3.5. So then this cutout is going to be 2 by 3.5, 2 by 3.5, and then 4 inches. And then I can see the thickness of this thing is 0.5, I believe. 4 inches from there, 2 inches, 4. Yep, 0.5. There's the thickness. All right. So let's go ahead and get our rectangle. We're going to start right here. Doesn't go all the way down. There we go. And we said that this one is 3.5. And this one is 3.5. And we said that this is 2. 2. All right, now we're going to get a rectangle. We said that the rectangle is 4. Actually, let's do Control Z on that. And then let's dimension this. This is a better way to get that measurement. That'll lock that in place and give us black lines, which means it is fully dimensioned. Cool, cool. And now we just got to do this one. And enter. Everything's black. That means it's fully dimensioned and ready to be cut. So let's go ahead and hit this. It says here, let's extrude. We're going to cut everything out. This, and this. Boom. That's what we got so far. All right. So we can see this is working. Then it says here, chamfers are 1 inch by 1 inch typical and slots on both sides. So here's our slots, and then we got chamfers that are 1 inch all the way around. So let's go ahead and take care of that. That's a pretty easy one to do. So we'll go ahead and grab this deal. It says here what? It said it's 1 inch. Where? There. 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 Spin around. And there. Apply it. Cancel. Home. And you can see that this thing is fully done. Okay, guys. All right. Okay, I like it. Let's go home. Let's click here. We got to get a hole. So here I can see that from here to here is 2.5, and then from here this way is 2 inches, and I can see that the total size of that hole is 1.5. So let's go ahead and get this done. So let's get our circle. Yep, I can see that that is 0.25. There's my 1.5. And then from down, it's 2. And I've already got it 0.25 because I watched my X there, right? Yep, there it is. That thing is fully dimensioned. Let's extrude it. Let's make holes. Boom. There that is. Now we're going to go ahead and slot this thing. So we're going to do a new sketch on this thing. Slot. What kind of slot? We want a center to center point slot. Okay, so we're going to come up in here. We're going to click down. How big is it? 2 inches. We're going to come out. It is 0.75. How do I know? Well, that's because I go back to this drawing and I'm looking at it. It says here a radius of 0.375. Well, I had to do 0.75 because it was giving me diameter. Okay, I wanted to do the diameter of it, not the radius of it. So I had to multiply that number by 2. Where did I get the 2 inches? This is where I got the 2 inches. Now I got to dimension this thing, which is 1.5 from this line to the center of the first slot hole. Okay, so that looks like this. So that's from here to that center right there, that green dot right there, which is 1.5. Enter. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish our sketch. I know it said 2. I'm going to show you a little shortcut here. We're going to cut that. Boom. That is done. Then what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to hit the drop down. We're going to do a plane. There's a couple different ways to do this to mirror it, but I'm going to use the mid plane here in between 2 planes. So I'm going to select this plane. I'm going to rotate around, that face, and then that face. And what it does is it gives me a mid plane in between 2 faces. So mid plane, or this face and that face, gives me a mid plane. Now I can mirror. So I'm going to go up to mirror, which is this button right here. Mirror it. Right now it says feature. What is your feature? This is my feature. So I got to zoom in so I can get this right. That's my feature. Then select the mirror plane. What's the mirror plane? That's my mirror plane. You can see the slot is in there. Click OK. Boom. The dimensions should have copied straight across. Should be the same. Another way that we could have done that is using a mirror line, which is a pretty clever way of doing so also. So I'm going to show you guys how that's done real quick. So if we decided to do a mirror line, what we would do is you guys would have to put a sketch on this thing and put a line straight down the center of it. But that's why I think the mid plane is just an easier way to do it. Then all we got to come here is right click, turn off the visibility, and boom, this thing is done. What do we got to change it to? We got to change it to, I believe it was aluminum 6061. Boom, there it is. Looks like it's changed. File, save as. I think it was called support bracket. Save. Now you guys are ready to do the file, iProperties, your physical, your update. Boom, got some math. Away you go. Peace out.